Welcome everyone to SlabStox 101 educational video series. I'm your host Nate, and in this video we are going to be talking about supplies and storage of cards. So the supplies you need and the storage of the cards after you have the supplies. So let's get started and let's talk about what you need when you are opening products. So you might go into your card shop, and buy a box or two hobby boxes of Bowman Chrome or Hoops basketball, something like that, to take home. These are things that you are going to need with you when you open up that box, or else you will really regret the potential of damaging your cards without them. So first off, you're going to need card sleeves. Now, there are a couple different kinds of card sleeves. There are regular card sleeves, which fit your Prism cards, your Bowman Chrome cards, your Topps flagship cards, any type of card like that. And then you have your thick cards or thick sleeves and super thick sleeves, and those will fit various sizes of patch cards, jersey cards, relics, thick autos from some sets, gem cards from like Flawless. So they will fit any of those cards, and you need those. You need those before you put them into top loaders. So top loaders are the plastic cases that you'll see that come in various sizes. The sizes are regular. That will fit Topps flagship cards and Hoops basketball cards, something like that, thin paper stock cards. They've got 55-point top loaders, which will fit your Prism football, Prism basketball, Topps Chrome, and Bowman Chrome cards. So anything that has a chrome finish, they're a little bit thicker of a card than the paper card, so you will want 55-point. And then from there on, you have 75-point, 100-point, 120-point, 130-point, 180-point holders, which will be able to fit any size of jersey, patch, relic cards that you could possibly get. So when you're looking for stuff online or in the local card shop, you will see on the picture, and I should have a picture up right now, of the holders, and it will say 55-point in a big red circle if you're doing like Ultra Pro, or 120-point, and so you'll know which one you're getting. And if you need help, you can always ask your local card store shop worker, and they should be able to help you figure out which size case you need for your card, especially jersey cards, because there are various sizes. So you get your sleeve, you put the card in, and you put it into the holder. Don't do what I did, or what I saw a guy do when I worked at Brewtown Trading in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And that was, he came in, he bought a box of Contenders basketball. He hit a Matisse Thybulle RPA out of 10, and he proceeded to put in a 55-point holder with no sleeve. So the no sleeve, the corners were absolutely dinged up, destroyed, and we could not get it out of the holder afterwards, had to be cut out of the holder because he put in a 55-point holder and it was just way too small. Absolutely destroyed. Matisse Thybulle Contenders RPA out of 10 now only has 9 cards because nobody in their right mind would want to buy that one. That guy, hopefully he's not a follower of SlabStox, or else he's going to be hearing this and be upset. But he didn't know what he was doing. He came in, he knew, wanted to get into cards. Like many of you that are watching this probably want to get into cards, but might not know all the ropes. And so he didn't know that he needed the sleeve and he needed the right size case. A lot of people get the wrong size top loaders and just try to jam cards in there. And that is how you damage cards. And that is how, if you're looking to get graded cards later, you're going to get PSA 9s, PSA 8, probably not even 9s, PSA 8s, PSA 7s, PSA 6s, because you will destroy the surface and the corners and the edges of the cards by not taking proper care and not getting the proper sized holder, top loader for it. So top loaders, these sizes were from Ultra Pro. Again, regular 55-point, 75-point, 100-point, 120, 130, 180-point. Then you have magnetic holders, or what are called one-touches. They're much thicker plastic. They've got a magnetic barrier at the top, so when you close, it snaps closed, and it's very thick, very sturdy. The card won't fall out or anything. And those are, again, called one-touches. So if you go into your local card shop, you can ask for one-touches, and they'll say, okay, what size? And then you can, if you don't know the size, you can have them help you figure it out. But for regular Topps update cards, Hoops cards, stuff like that, you're going to look at 35-point magnetic holders. For Prism, Bowman Chrome, again, Topps Chrome, you're looking at 55-point. And then for your jersey cards, you're looking at 75, 100, 130, and 180 for those. They also have, if you get a booklet, they will have vertical and horizontal booklet magnetic holders. It will have 3 magnetic dots at the top, and you can get them vertical or horizontal because you'll have booklets that open up like this. You'll have booklets that open up like this. You'll have booklets that are long and open up like this. I don't know how that looks on the screen, so hopefully it made sense with my hands. And you'll be able to get magnetic holders of various sizes for those cards, depending on what kind of booklet you got. So they also have booklet holders. Once you have the cards properly cared for, you are going to want to be able to store them. And there's various kinds of storage containers available. One is storage boxes. So storage boxes are the flip over lids that they seal down kind of like a pizza box type of thing, but obviously for cards. And they range from, on bcwsupplies.com, they range from 100, they can hold 100 cards to 1,000 cards. And they pretty much have every size you could want in there: 100, 200, 300. I think there's a 350, a 400, a 450, a 500, a 550, 660, so on and so forth. And those hold just the card, not top load, or just the card. You're going to want those for all of your excess cards that you do not top load, that you just want to save. So say you buy a box of Topps Update, you get a bunch of rookies, you don't want to sleeve them and top load them, but you want to save them, you put them into a storage box, maybe a 100 count storage box, 200 count storage box. And then you can get them all the way up to 1,000. And then they have shoe boxes, which are for top loaded cards. So if you put a card into a top loader, and those range from 1 row to 5 row top loader shoe boxes. They come with a lid that comes completely off. They have the rows, and you can put the cards right in. And so those will hold 800 cards per row, not top loaded. I don't know the exact number for cards that it will hold with top loaders, but expect less than that. So then a 5 row would hold 3,600, right? A 2 row, 1,600, and so on and so forth. So that is what you would need for the cards. And then moving on from there, there's various other things that you might need, and that you've got graded cards. So you get your card from PSA, where you're going to need team bags. And team bags are plastic bags that you can go over graded cards, so that when you're stacking the graded cards, they do not scratch the surface of the cases. You'll see many times people throwing their cases on top of other cases of graded cards. If you get scratches into those cases, it's less likely that somebody is going to want to buy that card. Not that the card itself is damaged, but because the case is damaged, you may lose money on it. So get team bags, stack them nicely. And then to store your cards, to store your slabs, you will want, and a slab is just a graded card, either dome boxes, which are a brand of storage box that holds graded cards up vertically. You can also just, BCW Supplies has just a regular box that is taller than the normal boxes for graded cards. Dome boxes are a fancier card box, and I think they're for sale for $10 at Brewtown Trading. And then you can also get Pelican cases that hold various size amounts of cards, and they have the double latch system and the hard outer case and the foam interior. Pelican cases are very nice, but also very expensive. And then lastly, you will have various sized top loaders and sleeves for different things, like vintage cards and tall vintage cards for basketball from like the 1970s. Random size holders for various cards, like the jumbo top loaders they send out in Bowman Chrome. Back in the day, I had this Upper Deck Michael Vick patch that was like a top loader thing that needed a case that was like this big. So you'll have various cases there. And lastly, but not least, is binders with 3-hole 9-card sleeves. These are what you probably grew up with as a kid. You have your binder, you have your sleeves, you put your cards in. Some people would put 2 cards in a sleeve so they could have front and back. They're nice if you're trying to put together a set and you don't care how the cards are, the condition of the cards. Otherwise, I would just use storage boxes for sets, and I would just keep the binders and the sleeves for kids cards. Cards that aren't worth much. They're hard to get the cards out without being damaged. So if you're looking into card storage, stay away from binders. And lastly, as for the storage of all the boxes and stuff, find a nice, cool place that isn't damp, doesn't have a ton of direct sunlight in your house to store the cards. Put them in the box, put them on a shelf. in your bedroom, away from the sunlight, away from it being super hot and or super moist. And then also, if possible, if you have a gun safe or something, I would store your cards in there in case there's a fire or something. And if you have really expensive, go to the bank. So that is all I have today for the storage and supplies video. I hope this helped you get a brief overview of what you might need and good ways to keep good care of your cards so you don't damage them. Thank you everyone for listening to the SlabStox 101 video, and I will talk to you again next time.